Hey everyone, welcome to this episode of What the List, the game show where you can get every answer right and still lose. We've been through this before, but let's check out the rules.
The aim of the game is not only to answer questions, but also to guess what the list. Each category is represented by a mystery WatchMojo top 10 list, and each answer in a category is an entry on that list. For every question you answer correctly, you get 1 point. If you get it wrong, your opponent will have the chance to steal for double points. At the end of each round, you can attempt to name the WatchMojo top 10 list. A correct guess nabs you 10 points. Get it wrong, and it's a strike. Whoever has the most points at the end of the game wins. But whoever has the most strikes gets to embarrass themselves on the internet. All right, let's play What the List. Here are our contestants for today.
This ought to be fun then. Give us all questions about stuff from the early 2000s. We won't know anything.
What movies do I know from the 40s? You know, and I was in grade school. I wasn't quite as old as Peter was.
Today's episode is a very special episode because we are having a WatchMojo voice special. It is the Battle of the Voice Dudes. We've got Peter versus Ryan, and you will recognize both of them as voices on WatchMojo. Welcome, guys.
Hey.
Glad to be here. You know,
This is awesome.
First timer. This will be fun, I think.
Okay, I know you guys don't know each other very well yet, but feel free to trash talk each other or support each other if that's what you prefer. I support both. So, before the game began, Peter actually won the coin toss. So that means you get to choose, Peter, between film and music. What will it be today?
First, I want to throw some trash talk. Look, Ryan,
Okay.
there's no way I'm losing to somebody that still has an AOL account. That's all I'm going to say.
AOL is like still, you know, around. It's still doing the thing. If it was bad, it would have been bought out years ago by someone else. Okay?
Oh, all right, fair enough.
Reliable.
Peter, are you ready to play What the List?
I'm ready. Let's go with film.
Okay, perfect. Film. Number 10 in mystery film category. In a deleted scene from this spacey Spielberg blockbuster, a mostly unseen Harrison Ford makes a cameo as a school principal.
In a deleted scene from this spacey Spielberg blockbuster, I'm going to take a shot at the answer here, and I'm going to guess that it's E.T.
Is that what we're going with?
Sure.
Yes, that is correct.
All right.
Yay, we got points on the board.
Oh, look at his little dance. Oh.
Oh, hey, I can have a dance. You don't have a dance? You've got to have a dance.
I like to stay in the zone. You know what I mean? I don't like to go outside the frame. That's a pulled muscle waiting to happen.
What happens if somebody starts playing Don Henley? Then do you start to...
Don't fight me on Don Henley. Don't you fight me on Don Henley.
Okay, Peter, number 9, mystery film category.
Gotcha.
This is the first Pixar movie to have no antagonist at all.
First Pixar movie to not have an antagonist, so I don't want to say it certainly can't be... It's not Toy Story and it's not Monsters, Inc. Those all have antagonists. I want to say Up has an antagonist because there's that like guy in the woods who controls the dogs and whatever. Is it the new one? Is it Soul?
Is that what we're going with?
That's my answer.
Unfortunately, that is not the answer.
Oh.
Ryan, are you interested in stealing?
Jeez. I mean, I'm drawing a blank on this to begin with anyway, so I'm with Peter. Rather than get it wrong and embarrass myself, I'll just say I don't know.
You know what you should have said? You should have said, I know what it is, but I'm not going to help you. And play some mind games, just so you know. All right, we will leave that one blank, and we will move on to number 8. Which I will admit is a difficult one. I'm not going to lie. Okay, the Jack Russell Terrier from this 2000 family film also portrayed Eddie on Frasier.
I know that the answer is not The Mask, because I thought it was for a long time. I thought that was the same Jack Russell Terrier, but then I looked it up and it isn't. But it's a 2000 family film with a Jack Russell Terrier in it? I do not know.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't remember this movie. But
Don't know.
all right, Ryan, do you happen to remember this movie?
I'm going to take some coaching I received from Rebecca and say that I know the answer, but I'm not going to help you.
That's fair. So number 7, Peter. Here we go.
Yes.
This movie stars Rachel Green, Frasier's dad, Shooter McGavin, and Groot.
What? I do not remember Vin Diesel, right, being in a movie with, what's his name? John. Frasier's dad is John Mahoney. I do not remember those two being in a movie together, so I don't know. That's going to be an I don't know again.
Another I don't know. Okay, Ryan, do you know?
I'm going to take a stab at this.
I love it.
The Pacifier?
Unfortunately, no, but let's all take a moment to remember the pacifier. Yeah, I'm good too. I don't need to remember the pacifier.
Nice.
Number 6. This coming-of-age film is known for a scene where the main character says he can't see without his glasses.
This coming-of-age film is known for a scene where the main character says he can't see without his glasses. Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. I don't...
That we're going with?
That's my answer.
No, unfortunately, that is not correct.
Yeah.
I thought you might have that one, but... All right. Ryan, are you interested in stealing?
Well, I'm not going to steal, but I'll give you a fun wrong answer. How about Revenge of the Nerds? No?
Not bad.
A lot of glasses in there.
I think it's closer than Spider-Man. So this is usually around the time when I ask, are you starting to see some connective tissue throughout the list? But anyway.
Movies about extraterrestrials.
We will just move on. Number 5. Well, I will say this though. You still have a chance at guessing what the list, because if you happen to remember the questions and you're able to kind of get a feel for the movies that it is referring to, even if it's not the title of the movie, you may still have a chance at seeing what they have in common.
May.
I said May. All right, we are halfway through. Number 5, Peter. Although not a Disney film, this Steven Spielberg produced animated film was directed by an ex-Disney animator and did feature the death of the prehistoric main character's mother, a classic Disney device.
All those Disney films, Spielberg. The Land Before Time.
Is that what we're going with?
Sure.
Yes!
Yes.
Yay!
This is a high-scoring game, people.
This is great.
You're watching this right now just for the scoring alone, and it's record-breaking.
Hey, you could. It's 2-0, but you could get the rest of them right, and then it's a very respectable score. All right, moving on to number 4. This highest-grossing film of 2010 was the first sequel to be nominated for the Best Picture Oscar without any of its predecessors being nominated.
I'm gonna say Hunger Games Mockingjay.
That's what you're going with?
Sure, why not?
Sure. No, unfortunately, incorrect.
I'm doing great,
valiant
man.
guess.
I'm doing great.
Hey, you got 2.
2 is good.
They have things in common, I think. Maybe.
Hey, I'm winning. I'm winning 2-0 right now.
That's true. All right, Ryan, are you interested in stealing?
Toy Story 2?
Unfortunately, that is not the answer. All right, we'll move on. Number 3, Peter. John Ratzenberger's character has one word of dialogue in this musical comedy. Gracias.
John Ratzenberger's has one. Oh gosh, it's the one where they visit the land of the dead. It's it's called Coco.
Correct.
Yes.
I'm not even going to play with you this time. You are correct, sir.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to cheer for you on that one.
Thank you. Yeah, that took a lot of. You could hear my gears burn.
I heard the wheels turning.
Yeah.
I saw them turning.
Yeah.
But they turned correctly, and they did not let you down, so that's good. Okay, number 2, you're on a roll. 3-0. Okay, number 2. This animated feature was originally named Helium?
I'm going to take a stab and say Up.
Correct.
All right.
Now he's running up the score.
Now we're getting there.
Hells yeah, bro.
So now that there are a few entries on the board, I'm going to ask you. Now, you don't have to say what you think it might be, but do you see any connection between any of these entries?
I'm not sure. I thought I did when I had the first two, but after the second two, now I'm a little thrown off.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see if number 1 helps you at all.
Okay.
Number 1. In 2003, AFI ranked this 1942 film's villain as the 20th greatest of all time. It was the list's only movie villain who appears entirely off-screen.
Wow, that is a really good trivia question, and I don't think I know the answer to it. AFI ranked this 1944 villain as the 20th greatest, and he does not appear, the villain does not appear on screen at all. I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't know.
You don't even want to take a stab? You don't know your 1942 films?
The first thing I was going to say was, the witch from Snow White, but then she's on screen. But no.
Nothing?
I know.
All right. Ryan, do you know?
All right.
Looking at this right now, I'm like, okay, what movies do I know from the 40s? And I was in grade school. I wasn't quite as old as Peter was. But
Yeah.
I'm going to say Wizard of Oz.
Unfortunately, that is also incorrect. Okay, so Peter, now you have the opportunity to guess what the list by looking at the 4 entries that we have on the board and seeing if you can find what connects them.
All right,
Okay.
and if I get it wrong, I get a strike, yeah?
Yeah, if you get it wrong, you get a strike, and
All right.
whoever ends the game with the most strikes has
Have
to
to
reveal
tell the
their
most
embarrassing story.
Let's give it a stab. Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 highest-grossing family films of all time.
Unfortunately, that is not the answer.
Oh, that's a strike on
So
me.
that's a strike. And that means I don't have to reveal an embarrassing story today, which is good, because I've had to do it too many times. Oh my God. Ryan, are you interested in stealing here? Do you know the answer?
Oh, boy. So what I'm seeing here is family movies. Some are animated, some are not. Seeing a Spielberg or Pixar type of connection, maybe, of some sort. So maybe welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our top 10 Steven Spielberg family films.
Unfortunately, also not the answer.
Bummer.
All right, so you've both got a strike, but I will reveal the answers to the questions we did not get before I reveal what the list. So, number 9 was, this is the first Pixar movie to have no antagonist at all, and that is Inside Out, which is a great movie and probably my favorite Pixar movie.
But isn't the little girl her own antagonist in that film?
Well, interesting point.
Come on.
Interesting. That's the whole thing, right? All right, number 8. The Jack Russell Terrier from this 2000 family film also portrayed Eddie on Frasier. And I found out lots of fun tidbits about that dog, by the way, which I will share later. That movie is My Dog Skip. Very memorable, apparently. I did not remember it.
Right. That was up for the Academy Award, I believe.
I think I watched that when I watched The Pacifier, so which means I probably didn't see it. I just kind of shoved it in a pile somewhere.
That's fair. Moving on. Number 7. This movie stars Rachel Green, Frasier's dad, Shooter McGavin, and Groot. That is The Iron Giant. Number 6. This coming-of-age film is known for a scene where the main character says he can't see without his glasses. That's My Girl.
And I was saying that in my head, but I couldn't. Oh, man.
Number 4. This highest-grossing film of 2010 was the first sequel to be nominated for the Best Picture Oscar, without any of his predecessors being nominated. Ryan, you were so darn close. It was Toy Story 3.
Of course, I had to be one number off. Oh, well.
Yeah.
I'll take a drink of whatever's in here. I won't tell you.
That one hurt my feelings that I couldn't give you that, but unfortunately it was wrong. And finally, in 2003, AFI ranked this 1942 film's villain as the 20th greatest of all time. It was the list's only movie villain who appears entirely off screen. Bambi.
The Hunter.
And the villain was man. So it's top 10 saddest kids movies.
Ah, close. We were close.
Well, that is the first round. We've got 4 points on the board for Peter, and each one of our players has a strike. So let's see what happens in round 2. All right, we're on to round 2, where Ryan will be competing in the music category. Ryan, are you ready to play What the List?
I was born ready, I think.
Love that confidence. All right, let's get into it. Number 10. Originally released in 1988, this alternative rock song really became popular after its inclusion in the finale of the movie Fight Club.
Oh, man. Oh, I know this too. Oh, shoot. You know what? I know the answer, and not to make this a 30-minute thinking session. It's there, but like rather than think for 30 minutes, you have like, various shots of me just going.
All right. Peter, do you know the answer?
Alternative rocks. Man. No. I can see the end of the movie where they're standing there looking out the window. Credits start rolling. What the hell's playing? I don't know.
Let's move on. Number 9. This song was inspired by primal therapy, a treatment for mental illness where patients are encouraged to relive traumatic experiences, as evidenced by lyrics like, "The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had."
First off, very sad lyric. Yeah, no, I'm drawing a blank on this one too. Man.
Peter, are you interested in the steal?
I'm going to take a guess just because I absolutely know what song that is. I'm just not 100% sure I have the title right. Is it called Mad World?
It is.
All right.
All right, so we've got 6 points on the board for Peter and 0 points for Ryan, but
What?
lots of questions left for Ryan. So let's get to number 8. This Celtic punk song and New England sports anthem revolves around a sailor who lost his prosthetic leg climbing up the topsails.
Is it Tessie?
Is that where you're going with? I don't
Dropkick
know.
Murphys? Or no. Shipping up to Boston.
Is that where you're going with?
Yes.
You're correct. Okay, number 7, mystery music category. This song prompted a popular misheard lyric involving a certain member of the Who's the Boss cast.
Tiny Dancer, Elton John, Hold Me Closer, Tony
Correct.
Danza.
Correct. We're getting in the game now. Okay, number 6. Ryan. Although singer Bob Seger contributed to the song's sentimental lyrics about the heyday of rock, he didn't take credit, which he described as, quote, the dumbest thing he ever did.
Wouldn't be the Stones. Drawing a blank on that one.
Really? Not even a guess? Because like I said before, you do not lose points for a wrong answer.
Fine, then I'll say Rock and Roll Never Forgets then, from Bob Seger. Even though it's probably wrong.
It is not correct. Peter, do you have a guess for the steal?
I believe we're talking about a song that was featured in the movie that made Tom Cruise famous when he danced to it in Risky Business, and it's Old Time Rock and Roll.
That is correct.
Right? All right.
Yes.
Oh, I thought for sure you were going to get it.
It's like I was going through my whole Seeger thing in my head, like I was Rolodexing it all, and I'm like, I used the word Rolodex, by the way. I was Rolodexing through it, and I was like, I don't know. I just...
That's fair. All right, number 5. Despite its title, this epic, almost 12-minute long psychedelic rock song provided the soundtrack to the opening scene of an iconic war movie.
Oh. Wouldn't be Kashmir. You know what? Gonna pass again. I'll say Kashmir, Led Zeppelin. I know it's not right.
It's not right.
I know. See?
Peter? Thoughts? Feelings?
I have one thought. Could be right, could be wrong. I don't know. It's the only really, really long song that I know, and it's called In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida.
It is not In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida.
Ah, okay.
I almost guessed it
right.
actually, too.
Yeah.
All right. Now,
Nope.
we will leave that one blank. Let's see where we go with number 4, Ryan. This surf rock cover of an Eastern Mediterranean folk song was sampled by the Black Eyed Peas for their song Pump It.
And I listen to so much Eastern Mediterranean folk that this should just pop right in my head.
I don't know.
Oh wait, the music's playing in my head, and I remember back when I used to do Top 40 radio. I remember hearing this song all the time, and then I remember even doing a break about the sampling that was done for this song. And that was, too long ago. So yes, we'll just throw this one away and hang my head and let Peter do the same thing. Right, Peter? You're not going to get this right. No
Nope.
way.
Yeah, I don't know that one. No, yeah. Not
I
even
would have
gonna
been
try.
really, really impressed if anybody had gotten that.
All right.
Number 3. This 1970s rock song was reportedly written to mock Bob Dylan's paranoia at a music industry cocktail party, with lyrics like, "Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right."
Here I am stuck in the middle with you.
Is that your answer?
Yeah.
Is that where we're going with? Yeah, no, you're right. I feel like when you sing the song, it's fair.
I mean, I could
There you
have
go.
really turned it on, but,
Okay, number 2. Though this love song was famously covered by the likes of Elvis Presley and the Righteous Brothers, it originated as the theme song for a barely remembered 1955 prison movie.
Unchained Melody,
Correct.
Prison Chains, got it. Boom.
Yes! Okay, there you go. The movie was called Unchained, and I was hoping somebody would pick up on that. Anyway, I'm glad you did. There you go. Number 1 on mystery music category. Are you seeing any connective tissue here, Ryan?
I am.
Cool. I love to hear that. All right, number 1. This head-banging rock song shares the same name as the movie that won the most Oscars at the 91st Academy Awards, honoring the best films of 2018.
Oh my God. That one's kind of got me like, huh? I'm gonna pass on that one. Drawing a blank.
Peter, interested in this deal?
It would be my absolute favorite heavy metal song, La La Land. No, I really don't. I don't know.
I tell you, you guys are going to kick yourselves when you get the answer to that one.
Ah!
All right, Ryan, I asked you before if you saw any connective tissue here. If you get this right, you will be in the lead in the score. So,
It's a little bit better than the last one.
yeah.
How about welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down the 10 songs made famous by movies.
That is correct. That is correct. The actual title, verbatim, is Top 10 Songs That Gained Popularity Through Their Use in Movies. And there you go. That's that. Okay, so I'm going to go through the answers that we didn't get. But now, Ryan, you are in the lead with 14 points. So, number 10. Originally released in 1988, this alternative rock song really became popular after its inclusion in the finale of the movie Fight Club. That is Where Is My Mind by the Pixies.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was singing in my head too, but I couldn't. I knew Pixies, but I couldn't think.
Now number 5. Despite its title, this epic, almost 12-minute long psychedelic rock song provided the soundtrack to the opening scene of an iconic war movie. The iconic war movie is Apocalypse Now, and the song is The End by The Doors. Despite its title, The End came at the beginning. You see what I'm saying?
Much like war.
All right, so this surf rock cover of an Eastern Mediterranean folk song was sampled by the Black Eyed Peas for their song Pump It. And the song is Misserlou by Dick Dale and his Deltones. Oh boy, you guys are really gonna hate yourselves when you find out. This head-banging rock song, big clue there, shares the same name as the movie that won the most Oscars at the 91st Academy Awards, honoring the best films of 2018. I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, would you do the fun? It's Bohemian Rhapsody. That was not a good cover. Please get that. Anyway, so there you go. And that was, of course, made popular by the film Wayne's World. At the end of the second round, we've got a score of 14 for Ryan and 8 for Peter. Ryan made a big comeback by guessing what the list. And we've got a strike for each, which means eventually they're both going to have to reveal an embarrassing story, which I love to hear.
Both of us?
But let's see if we can turn things around in the lightning round. All right, on to the lightning round, where Peter gets the chance to decide who goes first. So Peter, because you are trailing in the points now, you get to decide if you want to go first and kind of set the pace, or if you want to let Ryan go first and then you know how many you have to get to win the game.
Let's let Ryan go first.
All right, cool. So Peter, we will ask you to hang up from the call. I will call you when we need you.
So long.
See you soon.
XOXO, Peter.
All right, Ryan, I'm going to read you the title and the criteria of a WatchMojo top 10 list, and you are going to try to guess as many entries on that list as you can in 60 seconds. Are you ready?
Born ready-ish.
The list is top 10 fast food hamburgers. For this list, we're only looking at burgers that are widely accessible from a major fast food chain, meaning no international exclusives, greasy spoons, or mom and pop restaurants. For the purposes of this game, you may name the burger itself or the restaurant that sells it. Go.
Big Mac, Big King. Let me see here. In-N-Out Burger. Five Guys. Let me see here. Culver's. Let's see here. Let's see here. Quarter pounder with cheese. Double quarter pounder with cheese. White Castle. Man. I feel like I'm on an island right now. Let's see here. It's like, as you can see, I'm spoiled for choice where I live when it comes to
Okay,
burgers.
we're good. You're done. Peter, so you know, Ryan got 4, which is respectable, but not unbeatable. So you have to get 4, and then there's a tiebreaker question, or more to get all the points, and you can win the game.
All the points.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to read you the title and criteria of a WatchMojo top 10 list, and you will have 60 seconds to see if you can name as many entries on that list as possible. Are you ready?
Good
I
luck,
am
Peter.
ready.
We're all counting on you.
The title is Top 10 Fast Food Hamburgers. For this list, we're only looking at burgers that are widely accessible from a major fast food chain, meaning no international exclusives, greasy spoons, or mom and pop restaurants. For the purposes of this game, you may name the burger itself or the restaurant that sells it. Go.
Really? I can name the burger or the restaurant? Okay, Big Mac, Whopper, Roy Rogers, Sonic, let's see, Wendy's, Wendy's, Arby's, Carl's Jr. How much time do I have? I said Big Mac. I said that it's blah blah blah. La la la. Wendy's, McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken doesn't have burgers. IHOP, no. Burger. White Castle. White Castle. There's one. A White Castle. What do they call it? A slider. Belly bomber. Yeah, probably a couple regional ones that I don't know about. Bob's Big Boy. Happy Canada Burgers. That's a thing up by you guys, right? Yeah.
Time. All right, so I just want to say I think I specifically picked this list because you're both American, because I have not heard of all of these. But I would love to try them all. So, like I said, Ryan got 4. Peter, do you have any idea how many you got?
I want to say I'm pretty positive I got at least 4.
Well, by my count, you got 5.
Oh!
Which means that by a score of, hold on a minute, I can't do math, 18 to 14, you take the game at the last minute.
I did?
You, Peter.
Good game, Ryan. Good game. Or is he on this side?
Hands here, yes.
Which side?
Do this.
Which side? Okay.
I will read you, I'll just tell you what all the burgers were if you're interested. Number 10 was the Papa Burger at A&W. Number 9 was the $6 Thick Burger at Carl's Jr. Number 8 was Whataburger. Number 7 was, which neither of you said Whataburger. Number 7 was the Slider at White Castle. Number 6 was the Baconator at Wendy's, but I gave you that. Number 5 was the Whopper at Big Mac. Number 4 was the the Whopper at Burger King. Number 4 was the Big Mac at McDonald's. Number 3 was the Shack Burger at Shake Shack, which I will tell you is my personal favorite. Number 2 was the Bacon Cheeseburger at Five Guys. And number 1, everyone's favorite, Double In-N-Out. And then the honorable mentions go to Fat Burger, original hamburger at Harvey's, which I believe also Canadian, the Steak Burger at Steak and Shake, original Fudd's Burger at Fuddruckers, and Bacon Ultimate Cheeseburger at Jack in the Box. And that is our game, except don't think I've forgotten about the embarrassing stories. So, Peter, because you won, I'll let you go first and you can reveal your embarrassing story to us.
Oh, all right. So I live in New York City. I live in Queens, okay? And I have a friend who lives in Manhattan. And when he goes away, he asks me to go to his apartment, bring in his mail, and water his plants, all right? So I go to do that one day, and I get there, and in order to get from Queens to Manhattan, you have to ride the subway. And nobody wants to ride the subway. This is one of the most painful experiences a person can have. I think, in fact, it goes childbirth, and then riding on the New York City subway, basically. So, usually I would get there and I wouldn't want to leave right away because who wants to get back on the subway? So I would chill out at his apartment for a while, watch a little TV, and like eat whatever snacks he had in the fridge, right? So I see a box of crackers and I go in the fridge and he's got this beautiful looking hunk of blue cheese, not the dressing, but blue cheese, you know. So I'm like, this is great. I'm gonna have crackers with blue cheese. This is wonderful. So I'm sitting there watching TV. Eating crackers and blue cheese. Finally, I get up the courage to go back on the damn subway. And as I'm leaving, I send him a text. Hey, just so you know, I watered your plants, I brought in your mail, and just so you know, I had some of that blue cheese that you had in the fridge. So he texts back, I don't have any blue cheese in my fridge. I had just sat there eating moldy Parmesan cheese. Which was so old that it was filled inside and out with little blue-green specks that I thought were the edible cultures on blue cheese. Yeah, it was great. Oh, it's delicious.
All right, Ryan, can you top it?
I think I can. As far as you won't throw up, you just be like, okay, that happened. So back when I was in junior college, it was wintertime, and I had pulled up in my car and I was getting ready to get out, grab my bag and stuff, and it felt like my pants got caught like on my the little spot where my seatbelt connects in, and I was like kind of fighting to get out of the car, but I did get out of the car and thought everything was fine. Went to building 1 where I had my classes, like most of my classes that day were in building 1, and I was in there for like 3 hours, went through about 3 different classes there, and I'm walking between building 1 and building 2, and I'm realizing it's like I got like a really, really solid draft going on right now in my pants, like right around my butt. So I'm like, what's going on here? So I decided to go into building 2, and I go down the steps and I kind of run to the bathroom real quick and look, and I had probably at least maybe an 8 to 10 inch rip in the butt of my pants, and not only that, it like ripped my boxers a little bit underneath. So I was kind of giving everyone at my school a show. You know, I should have been able to pick up on the fact that everyone was offering me ones, but they, I mean that. After I figured that out, I ran down the hall because I was a TV major, and I was like, "Hey, you got some safety pins so I can at least kind of somewhat cover up the show?" And we figured out that part, and so I pretty much, unbeknownst to my knowledge, mooned my junior college for at least 4 hours. So it was a good time.
Oh boy. Well, that might be the most embarrassing of the embarrassing stories that has happened on this show so far.
It's air conditioning, and we call it in the States. Just rip your pants.
That's true. But anyway, thank you guys for sharing, and thank you so much for playing. I hope you had a fun time.
That was great.
We did. Had a blast.
Absolutely, yeah.
Great. And thank you guys for watching once again. If you think you have what it takes to be a contestant on What the List, please email a video telling us why you would be a good contestant to WTL@WatchMojo.com, and we will consider you for a future episode. We'll see you next time.